Welcome back everyone to another video, a story. This plant used to be back there and I moved them the other day, so I go to make this video. I'm preparing with the camera and the camera stick, and I looked at the window. I was like, holy crap. So I cleaned the window, but I didn't clean the frame around it. I'm going to use my experience is like one of those Mr. Clean magic erasers. That cleans a window frame up nice, so I got to do that. How's your heart today? Is your heart kind? How's your mind? Is your mind calm and clear? So we're going to talk about when we're frustrated, disappointed, annoyed, or hurt. How that obstructs our view. Let's break it down. I found for myself that somewhere along the day, during the day, along the journey, maybe I have a certain objective in mind that I want to accomplish. Something unexpected happens. And maybe I didn't have expectations, right? But something unexpected happened that I didn't plan for. There's a lot of variables that could occur when we've set our mind to accomplish an objective. All right? Have you ever had this happen? Maybe it was an outdoor event. Your weather channel or the local weather forecast said no rain, or no rain till 8 o'clock, right? You know what I'm talking about. When I say when we're hurt, frustrated, disappointed, or annoyed, it obstructs our view. I'm talking about this view through the eyes and moving forward with an obstructed view. What happens? Well, for a lot of people, we can't think rationally. You know, our mind's all over the place. We can't think rationally. I'm not saying after you make a decision, have an objective in mind to accomplish, and something goes wrong, I'm not saying don't get upset. I'm not saying that. I don't think there's many people that every time something like that's unexpected happens can deal with it without being upset. There probably are, and I'm sure there are. I haven't got to that point yet. I don't know if I will. I could say this. It's not frequent that I freak out anymore. And sometimes I have objectives and I encounter something new that I never thought about. I never thought this would happen, right? I don't sit down and say, well, it's okay. Not all the time, right? But sometimes it's not okay, you know. You're maybe trying to accomplish something very important. It might be an emergency. And you encounter people, places, and things that become more than road bumps. They become catastrophes, a disaster. Wow, right? These things happen. And each one you learn from, the next one won't be that difficult. I could tell you that from my experience. But I still get caught off guard. I'm honest, you know. I'm still learning on the spiritual path I walk. I'm still learning. But I don't come on here pretending my life is great. I'm obviously not in a studio. I'm not wearing like a suit coat or something like that. And my videos aren't edited. You get them raw with all the mistakes. So otherwise my channel would be I Have All the Answers. It wouldn't be called Hardcore Spirituality. Hardcore. You gotta work. You gotta put the work in, right? I mentioned in the video earlier I was having issues with the Veterans Administration. People. And it's not so bad now because I spoke with someone, as I mentioned in the earlier video, a disabled veteran rep who has a lot of health conditions like me, but, and I didn't say it in that previous video, he has gone through a lot of the disappointments with people at the VA like I have. What a relief. Because I was like, am I the only one that's going through this? Probably not, but I felt that way, okay? Let me get something here. I want to show you something. So, I started keeping a daily log. I call it a log. You could call it a diary. So I started keeping a daily log, you know. I can't always depend on the VA for help. In a lot of situations now, I research myself. I talk to people who are knowledgeable with, things medical, get ideas. But I write everything down this way. From the time I wake up at this time. This is how I feel. These are the treatments I'm using to ease pain. I have a lot of them. H-wave device, orthocord device, ice gel pack, infrared heat pad, pain creams, all these things. And I write this all down. When I take this supplement, when I take this pill, what I'm going to do, how I feel after I do it. Things like this all day long. So I might make, it's like a diary. So imagine a day of a diary that way. And before I got that book, I said about I'm dealing with these VA people, and sometimes I need to talk to some other people that have medical knowledge, and I do research, and I get answers. This logbook, this diary I keep, and this is all new to me. I've done this before, but I'm doing something different now. I'll go back a couple of weeks and read it all over again. Then I'll just let it on the back burner. Because nobody has to memorize things really. If you read something, your eyes take a picture of it, it gets recorded, it's in your mind, okay? So it's on the back burner. Then I go back and read it again. And all of a sudden things stick out. Well, that's pretty consistent. I didn't pick up on that. Maybe that's something I need to change or improve on. Things like this. And I'm going through it, and occasionally I need to push myself. I get fatigued in the afternoon, and on those days I don't have much emotional stability, I realized. I dropped the F-bomb. Now, I live by myself. I have my loyal companion, Ace, the pit bull, but I'll drop the F-bomb. So I'm going back and forth in this diary, this logbook, and I'm looking at this stuff on the days I'm really fatigued. But I'm pushing myself to get things done. I want to. For several reasons. If I push myself today to get things done, I'm talking about housework, cutting the grass, laundry, wash the car, things like this. If I push myself today, on days I only have to do half as much, I'm in shape to do it. That's how I look at it. People say to me sometimes I do too much, I don't know my limits. And I say to them, how will I know what my limits are if I don't push myself? I'm not telling you to push yourself. You might have a condition you can't do that. So I'm reading through this book, this log book, the diary, and I'm like, the days I push myself, and I'm honest about what I write in there, I'm like, well, you're dropping the F-bomb, the F word. Why? Do I have to, even? It's become a habit. Because when I'm pushing myself, I'm not totally focused on what I'm doing. I get clumsy. Things fall out of my hands. I go to a shelf and I'm looking for something. Next thing, things are falling off the shelf. I go into the living room and I walk over to dog's big boner. I step on it. Right? I'm not paying attention. And that's what I mean by the title of this video. When we're hurt, frustrated, disappointed, or annoyed, it obscures our view. I get clumsy. I get clumsy when I'm pushing myself. Well, now that I know I'm clumsy, there's no reason to drop the F-bomb like, why is this happening to me? I used to say something like, this could only happen to me. This could only happen to me. I got past that, but I didn't get past the, dropping the F-bombs. Wow, we are some kind of creatures, aren't we? But I just wanted to share that with you. My experience, okay? And I do want to say, start writing things down every day. A diary, a logbook. Then go back and look at it. And maybe something's there that catches your eye. And you're like, oh, I really didn't realize this. And you can look at it some more. Meditate on it, Make it an amazing day. Make it. It's your choice. It's your decision what kind of day you're going to have. And not just that, make it an amazing life. It's your choice. It's your decision what kind of life you're going to have. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Johan out. Peace.